welcome back to my channel. My name is Susan and this is Rooted Word. Thank you for sharing, liking and commenting and subscribing. So now I just thought, let me come back with something that I mentioned in the previous video, gratitude. This one is a hard one because I have somebody very close to me who is the most ungrateful person I've ever encountered. It's so true. And it's so sad. It breaks my heart because this person doesn't realize God has blessed them with every good thing, like he says in his word. And this person has lived a very good life. They have had a few challenges here and there, but of their own creation and making. And God has positioned so many people to come and help this young person walk the path that they are supposed to walk, because they're called to walk a certain path. But now they're in rebellion stage. They want to go do whatever the heck they want to do. They got themselves into a bit of a bind. Now they have to retrace their steps. And in all this, they have not been grateful to God and they have not been thankful. Let me tell you, the easiest way not to have or not to keep what you get is not to be grateful or thankful. Gratitude is more than a key. I don't know. It's actually Abraham. Abraham has a son called Isaac. And one day, God tells him, you're going to go sacrifice your son. And Abraham is like, Sawa, I'm sure his heart broke. I'm sure he's like, why? But Abraham is obedient and he goes with his boy, and his boy is asking, we have everything except the sacrifice. And the father tells him, don't worry, God will provide. And just as Abraham is about to sacrifice his son, Isaac, provision indeed is made. But I can imagine the gratefulness that Abraham had. He praised the Lord, yeah? And when you look in the Old Testament, there were all these feasts. There are very many. A feast for this, a feast for that. So many. Read your Old Testament. It's very interesting. It can be challenging, but very interesting. And there's always a thanksgiving. Always a thanksgiving. Leave alone the atonement of sins, all those. But there's thanksgiving for the harvest. There's thanksgiving just for Thanksgiving. There's thanksgiving for victories in the war. There's thanksgiving for this, that. There's always a thanksgiving. And it's interesting because in our cultures, in Africa, I think that used to happen a lot. There was thanksgiving for rain, there was thanksgiving for the harvest, there was thanksgiving for children, there was thanksgiving for marriages, there was always a thanksgiving. We are people of gratitude. We are people who know what it is to have and what it is not to have, and also to know in between there's provision. You know what I'm saying? And so when you hear and see, when you see somebody in real life who is very ungrateful, and yet God has positioned them in such a way that they are supposed to be blessed, and they are blessed, by the way. This ungrateful person is so funny because they are truly, truly blessed. They lack, when I say they lack no good thing, I mean it. They lack no good thing. But one thing I've also realized, time is running. If you remain ungrateful and not thankful, you will lack. And the truth is, this young person lacks. In as much as they gain, they lose. They gain, they lose. And you know what has happened with this ungrateful heart? It's become entitled. It's become rude and arrogant. There's no humility anymore. There's no humbling oneself. Pride and ego have taken over. Now they make commands. They expect people to do what they say at the beck of their call. And they are young. They are so disrespectful to elders. And one other thing that I've learned with people who are not grateful and lack gratitude, they then become liars. They lie about everything. Because one minute they had and then the next minute they didn't. So when somebody is asking like, oh, I thought you were, a story and another story and another story. This is the year where you cannot afford to be ungrateful. Be thankful for life. There are days when I just say, wait, the breath of life. Can you imagine we have the breath of life in us? I'm thankful to my feet because they carry me. Of all things, sometimes I think, I say, gosh, have I said thank you to my feet? They carry me. Have I said thank you to my knees? Have I said thank you to my hands? Have I said thank you to my brain? Have I said thank you to my eyes, my ears, my nose? Have I said thank you to my body? You know, am I thankful to be here? You know, I may not have all the things that I would like or I desire, but I'm thankful for the little that I have and the lot that I have, because I can't lie that. There are some places I am really blessed, and there are some places I'm okay. I have learned also to be content. But God has given me a very interesting journey. You know, there was a time I was running after all the shiny things, and I don't run after them anymore. And then there was a time they were chasing me, and I was like, "Oh, shiny things!" And then now it's not my focus. So I've understood I can have the shiny things, and I can do without the shiny things. It's a choice. Do I want the shiny thing or do I not want the shiny thing? Whichever way, I'm grateful. Whichever way, I'm grateful. Today I can eat out maybe at a nice fancy restaurant. I love those kind of things. And the days when I'm just like, somebody be like, let's go to the nice fancy restaurant. I'm like, nah, I'm actually good eating at home. I've appreciated home cooked meals and being home. And I've appreciated having a moment, a time and a season where I was out and about, you know, seeing new things, meeting new people, all the things. Now I'm learning that, yeah, I've tasted everything. And I'm like, wow. So now it's the shiny thing can't attract my attention as quick, you know, and the thing that people consider boring, I see the value in it because I'm grateful. I've had a car, I have not had a car. I've had a car, I've not had a car. I've had a car and I've not had a car. My life still moves, you know. There are days when I'm like, oh, the maintenance and upkeep of the car. And then there are days I'm like, Uber is such a blessing, you know, because I don't have to think, where did I park? I don't know. Do you know how many times I've forgotten where I've parked, you guys? Forgotten kabisa. So when I take the Uber, I don't, you know, there's no thought of where did I park, how much money is the parking, what, those are not my concerns. I just order another Uber and go home, you know. I've learned to love all and to be thankful for all. And I just pray for young people. Learn to be grateful. I'm grateful for my nation. I'm not happy with what's going on right now, but I'm also grateful that exposing all the things that are happening, it's happening now. I'm also grateful for that, you know, because everything done in darkness will be exposed, to be brought to light. I'm grateful for that. I believe every person has a beautiful country. We have our own issues, but I love my nation. I love Kenya. I love being Kenyan. I think we're so peculiar, but I'm grateful to be Kenyan. I could have been American. I could have been Canadian. I could have been whatever. But I'm Kenyan. I love the fact that I can go see and visit all these other nations and come back home. I love the fact that I have that choice. You know? I love the fact that I get to choose a lot of stuff in my nation. Yeah? So be grateful, guys. Be grateful. And I kid you not, you will not lack. Be grateful for the big, be grateful for the small. Do not despise humble beginnings. Be grateful for them. Be grateful for them. I hope that has been something that you'll keep. I thank God for each one of you. I'm grateful that I can get to do this because it will live on even beyond me. Can you imagine? I mean, wow. You know, I'm grateful to share my life and experiences with the Lord with all of you and all the little things that I'm learning. I'm so happy and so privileged to share them with you. Yeah, so like, share and subscribe, and please comment. And yeah, let's say thanks to the Lord today for our families, for our friends, for our jobs, for our food, for everything, even for the challenges, because we'll come out on the other side as gold. Be grateful, be thankful. Yeah, until the next time and the next one, I say bye-bye.